What up, folks? AJ the CEO here, and we are here in the Sanctuary at Signs and Wonders, and we've been here for over 2 months, a little over 2 months. So what I want to do is do a retrospective or a look back over what we put in place, and because there's some revisions that need to be made, and there's some revisions that have already been made that I want to take you along and explain to you why we did what we did and why we made the changes that we made. All right, so let me take you on a tour of some of the things that I've already changed or the things that I'm going to tell you that we're going to change. So first off, I just put this board here because I needed that because people were setting stuff on top of there. But if we come back here, you know, I think I showed that we had a Leslie isolation booth back here. But in here, what we did is we added another system. And what is the purpose of this system? Even though we have been successfully streaming with the ATEM here, because of the dynamics of how we've been doing service and everything like that, I built a new dedicated streaming system. And why is that? So first off, so we can have a secondary system to check some stuff. And we are playing around with vMix and vMix or OBS, mainly because we want to, Pastor Taylor is interacting more with our online audience, and we want to, well, online congregation, excuse me, and we want to bring them in. And right now there's no method on bringing them in so that they can see everything that's going on. Pastor can see what's going on and things like that. So that has allowed us, we did that to also leverage a lot of the tools that we've talked about before. So we have the, let me switch this over here. We have the animated lower third, so we could use the Stream Deck here and bring on lower thirds here. I don't know why that one, it always freezes the first time it does that, but we're able to add the lower thirds here just for online, so it has no effect on anybody who's watching inside the house. We have one for Dr. Taylor as well too. Right there. We have one for online giving. And then we also have just a notification of like, subscribe, and share to everybody who's watching online. So, you know, that's how we're able to do this. But more importantly, we're adding OBS outside of one of the things I wish they would change with the ATEM is we want to have 2 different environments. So in our service, when we go to altar call, let's be honest, that's boring if you're from at home. And, you know, sometimes there's some private things that go on that really don't need to go out. So we're separating it to where we can end the service here without interrupting anything inside the sanctuary. That's why we added here. I am playing with vMix as well, just to see everybody here was comfortable with OBS. So I'm slowly trying to transition over to vMix. vMix only because we can bring in the chat separately, that we're doing that for our online virtual Bible study as well as in the sanctuary. That's one of the things that we're changing. Also, the Rode mic, which is what I'm using right now to record this, I have since removed that with Pastor Taylor using that here in the sanctuary. I don't know what it is. Every time we've tweaked it and then come back on the next Sunday, it's just not balancing right. So we ended up getting a hip pack and dedicated mic for Pastor and Dr. Taylor. That is theirs. So it's a GTD audio, but it's a separate one. So this is Dr. Laura's mic, and then this is for Pastor, so he's free to walk around. What else? We have the Hollyland Intercom system. When it gets real busy, we can actually have that to talk. We've only used it twice. Haven't had to use it that much. That's one other thing we've done. Now, let me turn the TVs on because we made another change as well too. So originally, when we were doing this, before we even had a digital wall, we had the televisions set up. And then the back television is a stage display, and the front two would show on the sides would show what the live stream is seeing. Now, that's fine, but the issue is the stage display, the digital wall is coming directly from ProPresenter. When we put scripture up, normally Pastor Taylor or Dr. Taylor is standing there and it's blocking it, so you really can't see it. And we had ProPresenter formatted so it would show a lower third up here, just like it would for the live stream. But when anybody was here in the sanctuary, that was very hard to read. So what we did is we just split the signal. So instead of coming from ProPresenter directly to the digital wall, we have it going to a splitter, and now the splitter is going here. And the only way that you would see cameras on these TVs is if we brought in the ATEM into a video input. So if I come back here, let's go ahead and open up ProPresenter. So if I come in here to Sunday service and let's just bring up a scripture and let's pick a background to go with it. So normally that's how we see it now. So it will be easily readable from anybody out here. So the stage display is still that way. But now when somebody's watching here, if somebody's standing in front, it won't block, but they can just look over to the left or to the right, and the TV will mimic the exact same thing. All right, really, really straightforward. That's the first thing, one of the few main things that we've changed. Now, the other thing is we are not doing a separate live stream mix. We were doing that originally, but I'm still training everybody to get comfortable with the X32 so that we're monitoring the sound in the house, but then also we need to have somebody that's monitoring the sound for the live stream separately. We have a few less hands. We need some more hands to be able to do that. So for right now, as much as I don't like it, the live stream is hearing the exact same thing that's inside the house, which I know is not ideal, but you gotta know where you're playing at right now. If we don't have the other people to do it, it's no point in me throwing that on top when we're still trying to get the sound straight. So those are some of the main things that we got going on. I am looking at adding the ATEM Mini Pro into, actually, let me take you back there. We already did it for our online Bible study. And I guess the lights are off here. I am here at the church by myself. I just got in here from coming back from Baltimore. I was adding a doorbell and some security cameras in here. All right, so one of the things Pastor is really liking this, the layout that we have back here, and we're going to utilize this for some more things. We're going to I added some different table mounted, these are some small rig posts, but they actually have a ball head on the top that makes them easier to navigate instead of them, to tilt down instead of them just being dead on. So we got two of these. These are my old handy cams that were just sitting in my drawer. I also got a long shop outlet plug that's going to exist up under there. I want to screw it up under this desk, but I want to make sure I got permission before doing that. Plus, I want to make sure my screws are small enough because I don't need them to come through this. But this is a real cool setup. Pastor's really liking this. Most likely going to buy another 2 pod mics and 2 more Nth 100 headphones Rode so that we can have a collection of 4 people in here. Technically, we can have 5 because it's another headset that can go on the front of the Rodecaster. But really liking this. I don't know if this is going to be the main location. Might move this to another room. But really working towards having a separate, I don't want to call it a studio, but I think Pastor is seeing the need and the benefit of being able to do stuff like that. Most of this area has stayed the same. Has some security cameras in there, but I'm not going to show you where they are. So might be able to utilize this room for that same purpose. It gives us the same type of thing. Only thing I don't like is the window, unless we can put some covers or something like that. But I'm really looking at maybe utilizing this area for announcements or for, like the hybrid service type of situation. But that's what we got going on here and some of the changes. Now, this again is us reevaluating after we've been here for 2 months. So I really, really highly recommend that y'all kind of look at your ministry the same way, because tech is changing so fast. Everything that you put in place, again, it's not about just buying stuff for the sake of buying. My mindset is if you know that you can do better, do better. And that's where we're at right now. So let me know down below, what are some things that you are eyeballing that now you think you might need to do enhancements in your ministry? Because again, there's some few things we're going to be doing as well too. And we'll see how that goes. And I will have a link down below to everything that we're currently using as well too. And I'll update the original list that went into the what if episode when I did this before we even did any work here. But let me know down below if you have any other questions about what we're doing here, or if you have some suggestions of what you are doing at your ministry. So if you like this type of content, appreciate a like, consider subscribing, hit that bell, that way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ. Catch you on the next video. Later.